Hello everyone, I'm AT Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. We had a really nice day on our Wednesday with seasonable temperatures, not much wind, and dew points were still a little bit on the higher side, but it was better compared to what we've seen at times over the last couple of days prior to Wednesday. But we're still tracking a passing cold front for tomorrow that'll bring some showers and storms to the area. We'll then be turning cooler after Friday for an extended stretch, and at least for the weekend anyways, going to see some breezy conditions. And then for Sunday, as a low passes to our northeast and a trough extends to the southwest, sweeps through the area, that will allow for a few isolated to scattered showers to track through the area. But as far as today goes, it's going to be a pretty much a carbon copy of what we had yesterday. Some fog in spots to start the day, and then we'll see clear to partly cloudy skies for the rest of the day with temperatures very similar to yesterday. Also dew points very similar as well. The only difference today is the wind will be more out of the south and the southeast instead of the northeast like it was yesterday. Now for tonight, we'll gradually see those clouds increase. There's still a very small chance of an isolated shower or storm, but a lot of the data this morning has trended drier, so I did drop our rain chance to about 10% for the coverage, but it does increase tomorrow to about 40%. As the cold front comes through, we can start to see the shower and storm chances pick up after about 9 or 10 a.m. and then that'll continue through the afternoon hours before it finally tapers off into the evening hours, and then the clouds will gradually decrease as we get into Friday night and into Saturday morning, and so will the dew points as well. So the rain coverage again does peak at about 40% tomorrow, and then just a slight chance in the evening for any lingering activity, and then we're still in that slight category for Sunday and Sunday evening as we get that wraparound shower chance, but we'll continue to watch the trends on that, and once we get into the higher resolution data, which should be more so into tomorrow and into the weekend, that chance might have to come up just a little bit, but it's not looking to be anything heavy by any means. Now, we still have a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for an isolated strong to severe storm on our Friday across all of western Wisconsin. Tornado threat is basically zero, and we're not expecting a threat for tornadoes, but maybe some hail up to about quarter size and winds up to 60 miles per hour. And again, for a storm to be severe, the hail has to be at least 1 inch in diameter or greater, which is the size of a quarter, and the wind has to be at least 58 miles per hour or greater. So the highest threats with the strongest storms could be borderline severe. So not every storm will be severe tomorrow, and even if we do have storms develop, they'll be scattered to isolated in nature and likely for the most part staying below severe limits. But can't rule out the possibility of maybe a warning being needed in 1 or 2 locations. Behind that, those dew points really drop down into the 40s and 50s for at least an extended stretch. In fact, it looks like at least here, if this pans out, we'll see at least a 6-day stretch where the dew points will stay below 60 degrees. So that'll feel pretty nice. But also the weekend, too, as I mentioned, the winds will be turning breezy. So tomorrow, about 5 to 12 miles per hour. It's not going to be too breezy, but Saturday and Sunday, though, we will see those winds increase to 10 to 20 miles per hour, could gust up to 30 miles per hour. So if you're going to be outdoors this weekend, or if you're going to be driving, just be aware the wind might be a little bit of a factor there. So we'll see a high of 81 today and tomorrow. We're down to just 71 on Saturday and only 66 on Sunday. That's going to be nearly 15 degrees below average. You can see our average today is 80. And then we'll slowly see those temperatures kind of inch their way back up into next week. 68 on Monday, but then we're back to about 76 by Wednesday with a mainly sunny sky. Now, the good news is, despite the fact we're going to see these cooler temperatures, we're not going to be anywhere near record territory, at least for the record cold highs. You can see for Saturday through Tuesday, the record cold highs are in the low 60s and will be mostly mid to upper 60s to low 70s. So that is at least good news there. And record lows too, we're not going to really be close to that, though. Monday night, if the conditions, work out perfectly, we could get close to that record low of 40. Right now, my forecast calls for 44, which is why there's a slight chance there. But otherwise, we're going to be 53 Saturday night, 48 Sunday night, and then Tuesday night at 46. And you can see those records are closer to 40. So again, likely not going to be breaking any records, but certainly going to feel a little more like fall. And looking beyond the extended forecast, this goes from August 28th through September 3rd. Still looking at a chance we'll see these below average temperatures around with precipitation near to just slightly below average.